are you today, TJ?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain at all. How about yourself?
I'm good, thank you. So I'm going to ask you some questions. I see your beautiful pups over there.
Yeah, they're being good for once.
Good. All right, so for those who don't know who you are, tell our fans who you are and where you grew up.
Okay, so my name is TJ Heath. I grew up in Jacksonville, Alabama, a very small, secluded town, maybe 30,000 people where I grew up. Came from a small family, business-owned family, and yeah, just grew up, just grew up in the middle of nowhere, loving animals like this. So.
All right. So playing professional football in the NFL is a major accomplishment. What was that entire experience like for you?
You know what? It was a lot of hard work. I definitely took some time for myself to focus on what I needed to do there, and I had to grind from the bottom up. It took me some time to actually get a hold of the business and the cutthroat lifestyle. It was a very fun experience for me, and I'm glad I got to spend 8 years doing what I love to do.
That's amazing. So what are some of the obstacles, if any, that you had to deal with in pursuit of playing football?
A lot of it was just actually, making my name known to some of the coaches that were there, to some of the front office people. I think that was the most, one of the difficult part about just being there, one of the challenges. I think that, it was kind of difficult actually grasping the game, because at that level, it's not really about football anymore. It's actually a business. You have to know how to handle certain situations, certain people. So I definitely learned a lot, not only about myself, but a lot about people and business as well. So.
All right. So what are some of the qualities that you believe have helped you reach your goals?
Determination. I'm very competitive. I have a competitive spirit, and I'm very passionate about the things that I like to do. And so I think that has driven me to get to where I'm at right now and become, the best that I could.
All right. Who do you look up to in the world of professional athletes? It could be any sport.
Oh, my. You know what? I used to say Michael Jordan. I used to look up to Michael Jordan for a long time, most of my childhood. But as I got older and I started understanding how this world worked, it became cornerback Rasheed Mathis. He played for almost 10 years for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And a very, very spiritual guy. Taught me a lot about just being a good person at heart and understanding our mission here on this earth.
That's amazing. Very good. So what advice would you give a young athlete who is looking to become a professional football player?
If you want to be a professional athlete, definitely take the time to be dedicated to your craft, because at that level, it definitely takes a lot of hard work to be able to do what you love. And, at that level, guys take what they do very seriously, and they make a lot of money doing it. So I would definitely say, stay prepared and stay determined and always work on your craft, especially if you want to make it to that league.
100%. That's great advice. All right. So I see you have a love for dogs as well.
Yeah.
What type of dogs do you breed, and what inspired you to get involved in that particular breed?
Okay, so I have American Bullies, and I started out with American Pit Bulls. My cousin, he was the one who actually, Calvin Wilson, he's the owner of Dijon Bully Pits in Gaston, Alabama. But he started me out in this game of dogs, and it just, my love for the breed just kind of took over from there, and the passion kind of took place, and before you know it, I own 2 bullies of my own. So.
Nice. What is your favorite bloodline?
Ooh, so the Bossy bloodline. I really love the Bossy bloodline that Cat has created. Every dog, every bully almost that I see these days have some type of her bloodline in them. So she definitely has put the hard work in to create something that's special.
All right. Cool. So in your opinion, what are the characteristics of a responsible dog breeder?
I think a responsible dog breeder is first, being able to talk to people and answer all the questions that they need answered about, the breed that they're looking for. And then on top of that, you have to be knowledgeable yourself of, you know, what that breed needs to be able to, you know, stay healthy. Learning how to actually breed that breed correctly, so there aren't any health problems or defects when you are, you know, breeding these types of animals.
Very true, very important. Now, do you keep your dogs on a special diet throughout the year?
So right now with my little one, I have her on a mixture of raw and kibble. But for my oldest pup, DeLeon here, he's 10 months, so I have him on kibble, and I mix a lot of oils and you know, fruits and vegetables with him. My lady's a chiropractor, so she's very big on their health and what they're eating, and you know, their spines obviously, and so she makes sure that I stay ahead of the game when it comes to their health.
Awesome.
And diet,
and how many,
obviously diet is a start.
How many times a day do you feed them?
So I feed her about 3 or 4 times a day, and with my boy, I usually feed him. I used to feed him around 3 times a day, but now I've cut it down to 2 because he's getting a little older, and you know, once they get a little older, you know, they kind of stop listening. So I kind of use the food for encouragement and started kind of pushing his food back so I could have his commands. So he would listen to my commands a little more and stay focused throughout the day.
Cool. All right, and what kind of, or how do you keep your dogs in shape throughout the year?
So I built a spring pole out back, which they both love. They stay on that thing most of the time, but we do like to run and hike, me and my wife, and so we take the dogs on those runs and hikes, which they enjoy as well. But for the most part, they're always in the backyard on the spring poles, and my little one here, she loves the spring pole, so we keep those things in rotation and make sure that they're you know, kind of building the correct muscle mass and staying on top of their, you know, exercise.
Beautiful. Dogs make excellent running partners. I run with mine all the time too.
Yeah. And my boy, he'll get tired of me every now and then, but that's okay.
Awesome. All right. So walk us through the process of purchasing a pup from your kennel from start to finish.
Okay, well, first we actually make sure that, you know, the person that we're talking to is actually qualified to take care of a dog like this. You know, some people buy these type of dogs for their own personal reasons, like fighting, which we do not condone. And so I like to take the time to actually have a conversation with the person and see what their lifestyle is before we go into any further details. And then from there, I like to get, you know, what color, you know, what kind of dog, what types of, what you know, male or female, color, etc. Just kind of get details of what, you know, the future owner would like to have. And then I put that person in contract, have them sign it, and then we'll take a deposit from our client. And then from there, we'll wait, you know, a couple of weeks, and we usually let our dogs go home at 8 weeks. And we'll allow them to either, from there, if their balance is paid out, we'll allow them to come either pick it up or we'll hand deliver ourselves.
Perfect. Very good. Do you currently show any of your dogs?
No, so right now we haven't showed any of our dogs, but we are working with Sierra Leone here. Her dad, CHK from Florida State Bullies. He's the champion, and so she's turning out to fill out pretty well, and she's actually doing pretty good with her stacking. So we're looking, hopefully once this pandemic thing is over with, we can get to some shows and start getting her in the ring.
Well, she's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much. A lot of people is drawn to her attention. Well, she has caught a lot of people's eyes, so the attention is definitely on her right now.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Do you have any advice for any upcoming breeders?
Yes, I do. Please study. I mean, everybody doesn't know everything, and so in order to gain knowledge, you have to research. You have to understand what kind of dog you're dealing with, what it takes to maintain that dog and that breed. And you also really have to understand that, you know, training is a big part of having a dog. And if you don't really know how to train your own animal, that can be tough, you know, moving forward in adulthood, especially for, you know, male dogs.
All good points. You're so right. So what do you think is the most difficult thing for people in the bully game to overcome?
Well, you know, a lot of things I see right now is, you know, people are taking the monetary thing a little too, extreme. It's not really that, it's not really that deep. I understand that, people have to make a living and support their animals, but I never like to jeopardize the health of my animals. And I always put that first before money ever comes involved. And so I think right now the biggest thing is for people to actually, really stop looking for the money and actually take care of your animals with the passion that, you first fell in love with.
Very good. And how do you think they can overcome that money thing?
That's a good question. I don't really know if it'll ever change, to be honest with you. It's just one of those things that's kind of happening in the dog world, but I do know that those who are passionate about the breed look past the money thing and actually focus on their dog's health. And I think if you actually do that, everything will actually fall into place. You'll find yourself being more credible. You'll find yourself having great product, and you'll find yourself in a better position to serve your clients as well.
Beautiful. Love that answer. All right. So, who do you look up to in the bully game and why?
Oh, okay. So, one is my cousin Calvin Wilson. He has shared so much knowledge with me with 30 years in this game. And with me only being in it for a couple of years, he has shown so much dedication to my journey to make sure that I know what to expect throughout this timeline. And then Steve Emmer, who is MSB Kennels, he gave me my boy here, my first top pedigree dog. He actually really allowed me to come into his home. He sat me down and basically just showed me all kind of love. And I think as a dog breeder, that's what is missing. Other people, inviting you into their environment and sharing what they have learned over the years. I think that is important from, experienced dog breeders and passing on down to the ones who just started.
Beautiful. Dog lovers are a special kind of people.
Oh yeah, they are very much so, and passionate as well.
Yes. All right. Tell us about one of your main goals for 2020 and if the global pandemic has changed any of those.
Well, yes, the pandemic has changed has changed a lot of things. So right now, we were hoping to get into shows this year. So that looks like that's going to take a hold. But as far as breeding wise, we're looking to get Lock De Leon here. He's 10 months, so he's going to get started up some here this summer, which is still in effect. And so we're looking forward to getting that going. But for the most part, I think everything will pan out how it's supposed to.
Beautiful. Tell me what separates your kennel from the competition.
Say that one more time.
Tell me what separates your kennel from the competition.
Well, I think I'm a people person. Anytime you're involved with people, it takes a lot of patience. And some people that I've met don't have that patience to deal with people. And so, I've seen people don't want to answer questions or don't want to take the time to actually, service you in the way that you really want to be serviced. And so, I think that's really, one of the main things there.
Yeah, patience is a virtue for sure.
Yes. Hey, chill out. Yeah. This is an all-day thing, as you can see.
So cute, very playful. So what other hobbies or interests do you have?
So I love playing drums. I've been playing drums since I was a little kid. I'm also an outdoorsman. I love to fish, hunt, shoot my guns. I'm just really, I just really like being outside and being a part of nature.
Beautiful. What is one of your favorite quotes?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would have to say, I don't know if I have a favorite quote, but I do have a favorite scripture that I live by. And that is, "No, dear brothers and sisters, I have not yet achieved it, but I focus on this one thing, forgetting the past and looking forward to what lies ahead. I press on to finish the race and receive the heavenly prize of God through Christ Jesus is calling us." Beautiful.
Love that. All right. Now, what do you think of Bully Girl magazine?
Oh man, hey, this is so, y'all are so dope. At first I didn't know that this even existed and then once I saw it, I started exploring and reading some of the things that y'all have already done on YouTube and then even on the app that you have. And it is so dope. It allows me to stay connected with so many breeders that I didn't know existed. And so I think it's a very great thing that y'all are doing for the dog community. Hey, y'all chill out.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate you taking time out to talk to me.
Hey, thank you for having me. It was so much fun. Thank you.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Trust me. Well, you guys have a good rest of the day. Be safe. Be careful.
Hey, you too. And God bless.
Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.